Hello guys and gals, welcome back. My main machine, my laptop, died, but I have a new PC and the show must go on. And today's show is a follow-on from last vid where we learned how to get that house pluck sound. This week we're going to look at the MIDI side, how to write those pluck lines, riffs, licks, whatever you want to call them. We're going to attempt a few, and then at the end I'm going to put my favourite into a full production, see how it sounds. Let's go. Okay, so I've got our references here in MIDI form. We have Emily Nash, the Ed Sheeran remix by Meduza, Cream, etc., etc. So we need to boil down what makes these lines as good as they are, see if we can make our own. And I've come up with a few pointers that I've noticed between them all. So first of all, they're all kind of lead bass hybrids, and that manifests in how far they jump between octaves. So as you can see here, this is the Emily Nash line. We start on a B. It's a B0, and the top B there is a B2, so that's 2 octaves. The principle being to plant the bass line down and then bounce off it basically with various notes of the chord as your kind of upper lead melody. The Meduza one is moving in octaves with very large jumps in the turnarounds. You can see this last turnaround here, that's a 4 octave jump. And these lines are basically just arpeggios, so they're just running up through the notes of the chord. And I was also thinking, what makes these lines more house than trance? And I think the Benny Benassi line summed it up most for me. This is this one. I think what makes this more trance is the fact that it moves chords, simply. This is a 1-3-5-4. In A minor, and most of them don't change chord on the drop. If they are changing, like this Meduza one here, this is note 2. There's no chord implied here. This happens with a few of the lines. There's a note 4 here in Nash, and we've got some ones in the Cream line here. What these, I'm going to sum these up as tension notes. So we move somewhere else, like note 2 here, or note 4, so that we can then resolve to note 1 or note 3. So the idea is tension release, that kind of thing. I think that's sum up there, but we don't actually move chord on the drop. The drops stay on the 1. I think that's a much more housey thing to do. Rhythmically, I've identified a few things as well. So this is the Cassian line. Which is pretty trancey as well. Reminds me of Dead Mouse, Camel Fat. This is what we call a cross rhythm, in the sense that the whole thing is revolving on 3s, while our kick drum, or the rest of the track, is obviously in 4/4. It's 2 notes of space, 2 notes of space. They're all 16ths, so groupings of 3 until it comes round. I think the more housey thing, I'm generalizing here, by the way, based on what's in front of me with these lines, but I think this would be the house loop if we just drop this to half a bar. If I was to generalize what makes one trance and one house, that would be somewhere in the ballpark. I think shorter loops, less polyrhythm. And the other thing rhythmically is a lot of dotted 8s. You see it in the Nash here. Still grouped in 3s. But again, the loop doesn't get too far so that it starts getting too trippy. A lot of dotted 8s in the Meduza one as well. Same with the cream. It's all here. So I think the crux of the groove is around that dotted eighth, which is where the syncopation comes from. And that's about it. So to sum up, it's a bass lead hybrid, which involves a lot of octave jumps. Those jumps are to either notes of the chord or tension notes and then resolving to notes of the chord. We have no chord movement on the drop. We can do what we like in the break. So rhythmically, shorter loops, not too much polyrhythm, dotted eighths for groove. And that's about it, I think. Let's have a go. Okay, let's create a 1 bar for now. Stretch that across. You guys already know what key I'm going to start in, don't you? Let's go A. Bass notes. Let's go A0. I liked how the Meduza one started off the 1, so I'm going to emulate that. We want a dotted rhythm. We're going to do our jump already. Let's go to a tension note. So let's pick note 2. Let's resolve that to 3. I think that's crying out for a skip bounce note here. Yeah, that's cool. That feels like it needs to go a bit down. Let's resolve let's create a 2-1. That's okay. Well, that might work. I think either of those is good. I'm going to save that one there and work on this one. Let's duplicate. I heard a answer to that with a 7-1 here. Can we go? Yeah. I can hear how that would. We do a little arpeggiated run on the turnaround here. And I'm going to keep these as a nod to this one. And our arpeggio is going to be that. 5-7-1-3. What we call a pentatonic melody. Nice. Let's add a little bit of swing. Yes, I like that. I like that. If we were going with Meduza's structure, we might do a really elaborate turnaround here. So get rid of these. Start that early. And just repeat that. Something like this. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'll keep that. Let's try a second one. Now, as I was doing that one, I heard an alternative route. We could, not route note, sorry, alternative path, route, as our friends across the pond would say, an alternative route. What was it? It was, instead of resolving in the octave, we could go here, then we come down, and then I can hear this, I think. Try. That's pretty good. We got our tension notes. Yeah, that's good. It's all good. Which one of these sounds better? Both. Let's do both. I like it when things are subtly different the second time round. Yeah. Now, what are we going to do? I know what to do. Let's swap these round. Then this makes more sense. This is boring. Let's try that. That's pretty good. I want to hear what note 7 sounds like on that turnaround. Yeah, I prefer 7. What if we swap the octave of the 2? Get this kind of jumping up and down vibes. Oh yeah. I like that. That is a go, I think. I like that one. But let's carry on. On to the next one. Okay, I think we'll start on the 1 beat this time. I want to do something like the Nash, Emily Nash one, combined with the second Meduza remix. Which one was that? Dermot Kennedy. It sounds an awful lot like an old Prids or Green Velvet riff. This one. It's just that. In fact, I think the riff that it's very similar to is just simply note 7 there. Can't remember the name of the track, but I'm pretty sure that is a song. So somewhere between that and what was the Nash one? It was this and then an arpeggio. So I think we'll do the octave swap. And then a arpeggio-y type. I want a note 7 in there. That's pretty good. What's note 3 sound like? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's duplicate. How do we turn it around? We've not used 2. Tension, a good tension would be 2. 5 is always good. How's it? Yeah, I'm happy with that. For the second turnaround, I think we'll move this forward. And can we just repeat that on another tension note? No, I don't think those are going to work. I don't like how it resolves here. That's quite good. close. I think I'm going to move this to 2 so we don't get this. It's still a tension note. We don't get the repeat though. Yeah, no, doesn't seem to work. No, that's good. I'll leave that as is. I like that. On to number 4. Okie dokie. Doing this rhythm for the other ones give me an idea for this, but rising on like a 1, 2, 3. Kind of thing. Why do I want that there? That feels like it needs to skip faster. Maybe this stays on 1. Yeah, that's quite good. That's quite good. Can we get away with a double skip here? Just picking various tension notes outside of the chord. Feels like there needs to be a little more action before the 4th beat. Yep, the rhythm's right. I don't like any of these notes. So. Yeah, that's growing on me. I think that's pretty good. There is one thing I forgot to point out in the last video, actually. We don't have to do the skip with the main instrument. In the Ed Sheeran Meduza remix, he actually has the bass and, as in his real bass, bouncing off his lead in various points. So this note could actually be on, if I copy across to our bass part, we've got a little bass down here. I'm going to just leave that extra note in the bass. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, I like that. While we're here, let me show you a trick with bass octaves. Let me swap these colors so you can tell when I'm swapping. If you're ever dealing with a bass line that swaps octaves, by the way, go and watch my video on what keys are best for dance music, because this might help you choose the notes as well. What I'm going to do is take all the upper octaves of this bass part and move them down to the same octave. Then our actual sub-frequencies are all going to stay a lot more consistent. That's going to help the bottom end of your track. Sounds like this. Did you hear that? I'll undo it, play it back one more time. Not always applicable, depends on the groove you're going for. It does affect the groove, but this could help some of you. Okay, 4 riffs. I think all of those are pretty useful. The purple one is my favorite though. Let me just put a mini build and drop together so we can hear everything together. I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, yes, I've got a little verse build and drop here. I just had a search for vocals in a similar key. We've got a splice vocal here called Waiting. It's in A sharp, so it's just 1 up. So I've pitched everything up to A sharp. The MIDI's the same. I've pitched it up in Ableton. This still looks like it's in A, so hopefully you can follow along nice and simple. Yeah, so riff number 2 we had. That one. Gone with that. And for the verse, I'm using it as an arpeggiate, like a background arp. Put it up 1 octave. And I've used less attack, added the 3rd oscillator and some chorus and delay on Vital, which looks like this. 3rd oscillator in, the chorus is on, delay's mixed in. Might have turned up a bit of the reverb time. I've chorded the verse as a 1-7-4-6. Go and watch my video on how to chord any vocal. If you want the quick chords, you'll know it's no coincidence why I've used 1, 4, and 6 here. And you'll see this riff works over all the 4 chords as well. So here's what it sounds like an octave up as an arpeggio against the vocal.
There's nothing left to say, and nothing you could do. There is no other way when it. So keep moving on. You know you make it through.
No turnaround.
Suffered, I'm done waiting here for you.
Then we build with the main riff. Like I said, I've added the 1. When there's no kick drum, it felt better. And here's our drop. How cool is that? Okay, there we go. That's my take on how to write Meduza style house, trancey, pluck, riff, lick things. What did you think? Helpful? Not helpful? Let me know down below. And until next time, as always, please like if you liked, sub if you loved, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.